Weekly Freebie games for you and deals too.
Alright, you beautiful peoples off the interwebs, it's me, Glyn, CheapSkate Gamer, who's watching this on the Rumbles. It's the Wokeapotamus, and again, it's that time of week. I'm a little bit late, I should have done it last night, but managed to finish the work a day early, so until my next work I've got a bit of time off, just a couple of days. Time machine. And well, of course, it's the Weekly Freebie Roundup, where we check out some deals. So I'm just trying to get myself comfy here. I'm getting lost all over the place here. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and we're going to check out some of the weekly free games you can get and some of the deals. Let me just get things into place here, a little bit out of order here at the minute. And as always, we always go and check the first free game. Will always be from Epic Game Stores. I need to look over here to go to this screen here. There we go. And of course, we always check out Epic Games first. So again, we've had some really good ones of Epic Games, but we're going back down to the more sort of middle of the road stuff. And this week they're giving away 2 Point Hospital. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's not as epic as some of the things they've been giving away the last few weeks. None of which I can remember. I can remember Dying Light 2 was one. What was the other big game? There's like 3 or 4 really big games they give away. They were like sort of surprises then, because they wouldn't tell us what was next week. But here we go, 2 Point Hospital. Let's have a look at this. This is a hospital management sim, a bit like those theme park managers, that sort of thing, or Sims, all that sort of thing going on. But then if we look at next week, we have also got The Operator, game I know very little about. Looks quite interesting actually. There's a bit of a video to go with this one, but that's coming up next week from next Thursday. Puzzle crime type thing. Very, very good, very interested. And so that's your week on Epic Games. And of course, for Epic Games, all you need is an Epic Games Store account, and you can just add them to your account, like I'm going to do here. I've already added mine this week. Okay, we're going to check out Prime. If you don't realize, Amazon Prime, if you're a Prime subscriber, a lot of you are, you get free games every week. But they've kind of knocked down the number of games they're giving away. So it used to give about 4, 5, sometimes 6 games a week. They've dropped it down to just 2 a week. We had 2 last week with Saints Row and Golf with Friends. We've only got 2 this week, Death Squared and Station to Station. Now, Dev Squared is available on GOG. Station to Station is straight up on Prime. So you'll need a Prime account on your PC as well to get that, and you'll need a GOG account. Nothing wrong with getting all these different accounts to get these free games. Death Squared, that's a puzzle game. We'll have a little look at it here. I wish they'd add videos back on the thing rather than just screenshots, because it's a bit hard to describe what the game's about. But there we go, that's Death Squared. You see a puzzle game, and it's funny, they've added 2 puzzle games this week. And Station to Station, I love the graphics on this one. It uses that voxel art, you know, it's like they're just making things out of 1 by 1 pieces of Lego, isn't it? And hopefully it's got destructible. Normally voxel games tend to have destruction in them, but this looks pretty. If you're into model railways, or even if you're not, this definitely looks stunning, man. I do like this. It's like pixel art, but in 3D. Really clever. I love voxels. And there's some really good games as well in voxels. The one I can't remember the name of it. The one where you're going around with a sledgehammer and you got to like break things out and steal stuff. That's a really cool one. It was a PlayStation Plus game at one time, or extra game. Anyway, but this is Station to Station. Let's read the blurb. It is a minimalist and relaxing game about building railway connections. Grab your conductor's hat and start and bring the voxel art world to life through magic of trains. There you go. That's your Prime Gaming. Okay, it's only 2 games. But don't forget, you can still grab your other ones. Saints Row is on there. Golf with your friends. Chessorama. Yeah, they're kind of going back. Mafia 3 is still available there. Look, Game Deck, that's a pretty good one as well. But they're kind of dropping back off. They did this thing where they were really promoting it, and the masters of Amazon has decided, no, we're not going to bother now. We're more interested in our video section. So there we go. That's Amazon Gaming for you. I think it's because they're trying to get rid of their what's it called now? Their cloud stuff, their cloud thing. And of course on cloud, so you also get these to play for free. Like Resident Evil 2 is there. Just play it through a browser. Batman is on there. Siege X, Rainbow Six Siege X is on there. Ultra Kill, that's a 30 quid game even still today. So there is some really good games you can play, plus all the Fortnites and stuff that's always there every week. But yeah, they look like they're pushing the cloud a little bit more. If the cloud was that good, I'd play a bit more of it, but the Amazon cloud isn't that great. It's not as good as the PlayStation Premium cloud. But anyway, we're moving on. We're going to check out some Steam free games. There are some absolutely free games that you normally pay for on Steam. And we've got What the Pack. We've also still got Hellslave, which came up last week. Tell Me Why is still on there. Great game. I like that Tell Me Why, if you like those Don't Nod games. And Paradox Soul as well. Get these while the What the Pack and Paradox Soul won't be on for much longer, and I'm guessing the other ones won't be either. But there's a good save in there. Look, Hellslave is normally $15.50. Tell Me Why is normally $15.50, and the other two games are just under a $5 each. So there's some good offers to be made there. We're also going to check out some Steam deals. So there's all your free stuff there. Some Steam deals. These are the ones I've pointed out. This War of Mine Complete Edition, £1.84. Now, if you just want this War of Mine, you can get it for like 83 pence or something. Hitman Go and Lara Croft Go, two pretty cool puzzle games. They were mobile games, but they also work well on the PC and everything. You can literally run these on any laptop. They're only £1.27 and £1.29 each, respectively. And I thought I'd have a look at this one, Moonlighter. That looks pretty cool. And while we're at it, let's have a look at any of the other deals. This is how I normally do it, £4 or less. Special offers. Make sure you click games. I like to include bundles as well. And don't forget Borderlands free, still only £2.50. That's an absolute bargain. Dying Light on PC, much better game on PC, runs at 60 plus frames. What was the other one? There was some other ones I wanted to point out that are on here. Oh well, I could go through them all. There's this War Mine, look, 83p, not 84, 83p. That's a really good deal, that is. There was some other ones for only £1. So look, Crime Boss Rock City, that's only £1.59. The Tomb Raider games are still there, £1.87. There are a couple. Oh yeah, the Mortal Shell. That's the deluxe edition. I think the original version. That's like with the extra DLC. Here we go. If you want Mortal Shell, £1.24. Wow, that's a great. If you're into Souls games, that's a really good Souls game. And look, you can get the Mortal Shell Victorious Cycle. So, £3, it's probably worth just getting the digital advanced edition. Okay, so anyway, we're going to check out some of your PlayStation Plus stuff now. And of course your Plus games this month, there's 4 as unusual. So you've got NBA 2K5, Alone in the Dark, that's the new remake one. Destiny 2 The Final Shape, haven't played it yet, I need to play that one. That's what I'll be playing probably this week or next. And Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Interesting, that's a good PlayStation Plus lineup for the middle of summer. If you're an extra subscriber, these are the new games added: Sandland, Soul Hackers 2, Five Nights at Freddy Games, Battlefield 5, Stalker, Legends of the Zone, that's a trilogy as well. Grand Brew Fantasy as well. And if you're a Prime, is it Prime or Premium? There's some game trials. You can try out Wukong, Mortal Kombat 1, Alan Wake 2, Stellar Blade. You can try all these games. There's a demo for that anyway, Stellar Blade. Battle Engine Aquila, and they've added some new games to the premium. I don't think they've added anything to the PSVR. No, nothing been added there. But there we go. We've got some expansion stuff as well that's going free. So, but it's not as good as Game Pass, because Game Pass this week have added loads of stuff, and I've got to even go back to over here. So, as of last week, they ended with Baldur's Gate, but this week they've added Zenless Zone Zero, Splitgate 2 is on there. Now, I don't know if that's a free game anyway, but the old Splitgate was free, but Splitgate 2, cool. A lot of talk about that game. Sort of a bit of a Halo beater in some respects. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Oh, that's a demo, Foundry demo. Okay, well, that's pretty cool, though. You can still play the Foundry on that one. Siege X Rainbow Six, that's just normal Rainbow Six stuff in it. Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. So I think that's like a remake, is it? Then we got Barbie, Project Friendship. I know you've all been waiting for this game, guys, but there we are. Barbie is out now on Xbox Game Pass. Don't forget to grab it, stick it in your carts. And then you got FC. What was it FC stands for then? Football Club? It used to be FIFA, didn't it? FIFA Club or something like that. 25. They couldn't afford the licenses, so they've decided to call it FC. I think FC stands for you. Bleep bleep. Anyway, PC, that's the console version. The PC, they lose something. You still got the Football Club or FC or FIFA as we used to know it. Kingdom 2 Crowns. Barbie's still there, thank goodness. We've all been saved. Space Marine's still there. Tony Hawk's still there. Splitgate is also still there. The ones we lose, what do we lose? We lose the Rainbow Six and we lose the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. No, you don't. That's still there as well. I can't work out what's missing and what's not. Baldur's Gate. Zenless Zero is missing. That's it. Zenless Zero is missing. There we go. So, and what was the other one that's missing? PC actually gets Kingdom 2 Crowns as well, so you get extra on PC. There you are, that's your Xbox Game Pass. Before we check out some Fanatical deals, so here we are over on Fanatical, and there's not really that much been added since last week. We have got tabletop deck builders, to say it correctly, and there we go. If you're into your card games, basically get Balatro on the cheap or on PlayStation Plus, last month's PlayStation Plus Balatro, and play that. That's probably one of the best deck games. I've always technically not a deck builder, but kind of is. Yeah, and then there's these games. I can hear something scratching. I think the cat wants to come in, but it can wait outside a bit while I finish this off. We've got a mystery bundle. We don't cover those. And then we've got Build Your Own Brutal bundle. And that's 3 games for £4.50. Better off with the 5 games for 20 quid or £4 each. 5 games. And there's not much really in there. Doom Eternal, yeah, that's worth it. Scorn, that's been free. Most of these other games, you can probably pick them up pretty cheap other places, so I wouldn't bother too much with that. So it's a bit of a flop on Fanatical this week. There are better ones to be added. Look, you've got the triple pack bundles, they're still there. There's some good ones in there you can grab for £1 each. And what was the other one? The Indie Treasure bundles, was these ones £1 as well? Yeah, Indie Treasure bundles. Go and have a look at those ones instead. While we're going to go and check out Humble bundles, and they've added a couple of new ones in since last week. I think as soon as I finished last week's video, I think they added this live bundle, and that's pretty good. £16.32 gets you these 8 games. Now I've already played the medium and completed it, so won't be buying this bundle. I've got Black Rook, I've got Art of Rally, I've got Slay the Spire, so it's not really worth it for me. But if you haven't got any of these games, that's not a bad deal. If we drop it down to £11.86, you still get Art of Rally, but you're losing the medium and War Tales, and you've dropped to £7.41, Slay the Spire, Potioncraft and Blood Roots. That's not a bad deal. Then we've got Narrative Arc. Not really my sort of games. I'm not into these narrative games. £14.76 gets you 7 games. £10.62 gets you 5 of the games. And £5.90 gets you these 3. That's not my thing at all. Moving swiftly on, there's one more bundle to check out, and it's called Case and Consequence. And this one's much better. Look, for £4.43 you can get Heavy Rain and these 3. Crime and Punishment's pretty cool as well. I don't know what Laguna or Lacuna is like, but it's a sci-fi noir adventure, as they say. £7.38 then gets you added onto that Between Horizons, Brock Investigator, and Murders off the Yangtze River, and for 20 quid, no. So there's two bundles there, £4.43 or £7.38, and there's 7 games for £7.38. That's not bad, worth it for Heavy Rain, Crime and Punishments, and just throw the other ones in for the fun of it. I don't know what this one is. What's Song of Farka? Gotta be careful. Ooh, turn that off. Gotta be careful how you say that. There we are, that's Song of Farka, whatever the hell that is. Between Horizons, let's have a quick look at that. Oh, it's a space crime. Oh, I quite like the pixel arty graphics on that one, that's pretty cool. And I thought we'd check out a little deal. I thought this might interest you if you're into your deals. Check out CD Keys this week. Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe Edition on Steam PC, code £5.50 or £5.49, £5.50 to all our friends. that's a pretty bloody good deal if you don't ask me. I love this game, Hogwarts Legacy. Played it on PS5. I think I had that one on rent before I was still renting games. Loved it. The first hour just grabs you, pulls you in, even if you're not. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I mean, I've watched some of the movies. They're pretty, they're good movies and all that, but I'm not like an avid Harry Potter fan, and this isn't actually Harry Potter anyway. It's just based inside of that Hogwarts universe, and it's just a fantastic game. It's a game made by people that obviously know the subject matter, love the subject matter, wanted to make a good game, the best game they could, and this is what they did. Definitely probably game of the year for, when did it come out? 2022, 2023? I'm going to say it came out in 2023. Yeah, there we are. And probably I would say my game of the year for 2023. It just does what it does very, very well. Leaves you wanting more even after you finish the main game. You're more than happy to go around exploring that sort of like Hogwarts area. It's a massive game as well, huge. And for £5.50, that's a steal. And I did add something else in my cart. Beyond Good and Evil for £1.50, great game as well. So let me just go by there. Lovely, there we go. There's some great deals there, some good free games as well. Nothing amazing this week. Check out your Steam free games. Don't forget to go and grab them, download them. And that's more or less it for this week. So hopefully we'll be back on time next week. I could tell you what's next week's Prime games, but we like to leave it as a bit of a surprise, don't we? And I think that's it. That's me done for another week. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, hit those likes, subscribes, whatever. Thumbs up is more important to me. That's more what I'm more after. I've been Glyn, your host, CheapSkate Gaming on Rumble with the Broken Bottomers, and we're out here, guys. Thank you. Bye now.
CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.